coming up. The ball on the tee. We're set for football. And we are underway in Southern California. And that'll be a little too hot to hit. The touchback here. Right to the air. Here's Murray. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to it, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
So 2 incompletions have led him to an early 3rd and 10. Murray now to throw. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. They're going for it. It's Murray. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he is going to have the Cardinals first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Now Murray again. That one into the hands of Hopkins downfield. And he goes diving to get as much as he can following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end. Cotter. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Touchdown! Kyler Murray with a touchdown throw to DeAndre Hopkins. And the Cardinals are on the board first here this afternoon. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass. Picked it off. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead.
DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now with a 1st and 10
at their own 24. On play action, they'll throw. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Herbert off the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. And his throw is incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 35. Herbert throwing again. Rolling to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cardinals are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And this will be swung out here for counter. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we get everybody cut. Oh, he just
first down. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Cardinal first down, Murray to Hopkins.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about it. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Murray. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after one. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray out to his left. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Play action. Now it's Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Murray to air it out again. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Murray's throw complete to McBride.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be second and a couple.
Murray again. This is counter.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. Play action, it's Murray.
Got a man, it's McBride, complete.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. On first and 10 is counter. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. To throw is Murray. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Murray now, third and goal. to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Murray and company going for it on fourth. Touchdown, Cardinals. Steven Anderson, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Connor going to try and run it. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And picked up by the Chargers.
Well, that two-point attempt failed due to the fumble, but people that can't see this, but you got a ball in your hands now, and you got the thing locked in pretty well. You got it covered up.
I love having a football in the booth. I always hang on to it. Makes me feel like I actually played back in my day.
Well, you probably could have. If you'd run that play, you would not have fumbled, I can tell you that.
Maybe.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
First down, and they stick with Eckler.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Once more, here's Eckler. On second down, Eckler. And some room to roam now. 67 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Second and goal from the 1. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now a third and goal situation as this Arizona defense tries to stand tall once more. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Here we go on fourth. Herbert got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Chargers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. That's caught. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2, he leads him right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce-back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
A short kick taken at the 18. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Hollywood Marquise Brown as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals will extend their lead here just before halftime. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Going deep here for Allen. And it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
Well, Charles, it's so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
To kick off for Arizona.
The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slip becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
Running on first down, Eckler. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. It's Eckler again. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give this one to Eckler. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try the air now with Herbert. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Cards will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception.
The hands of Ertz. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. 1st down. Steps, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Murray going to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
They're going for it. Hits Murray. Flush to his right. Hopkins making the catch. And he is going to have the Cardinals 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Play fake. Murray. He'll buy some time right. That's complete once again to Hopkins. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Murray off play action. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Here's Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they have the right idea. Just take what you can get on 3rd and 4.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you've evolved. Yeah. You know, you've learned how to play it.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
And the Chargers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After the turnover, here's Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He's got his tight end over the middle. That's McKitty.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Play action. It's Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for the Chargers touchdown. Gerald Everett from 8 yards out.
And the Chargers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Murray now.
He's got his tight end McBride on the out route.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. This is Connor running right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. James Conner, a 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Cards will add to their 4th quarter lead.
It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. That's caught at the 2. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
From his end zone, here comes Carter.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all the way up just shy of midfield before going out of bounds at the 49.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cardinals will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Play action. Now it's Murray. And the catch made by Hopkins. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up the 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Murray now to throw. Going right back to DeAndre Hopkins. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins.
I'm harder than I ever been. Losing's what I never do. How you supposed to walk with me? I'm 80 steps ahead of you. My mind is on Socrates. All my bars on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me. And my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wilding out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands. Look, I saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida and Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Miami Dolphins. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started. And we are up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 40.
First play from scrimmage. Here's Murray. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore.
Complete to Rondale Moore.
From the 24, Murray. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now we've got a 34. Now Murray. That pass complete to Moore. And oh, he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Murray sets to throw on 4th. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. A gutsy call, 4th and short. They go for it. Look at the result.
Yeah, not only did they go for it, they threw for it, because to me it was stacked up for a run situation, strength on strength, and they decided to put the ball in the air, and what a result. Big-time play.
It's caught, and it's 8-0. Well, I guess the opening drive touchdown wasn't enough. They wanted 2 instead of 1 on top of that.
Well, this team is obviously going for the crusher, all right? They don't want to mess around with just kicking the standard extra point and kind of letting you off the hook for giving up a touchdown. Now they want to really rub your face in it and say, guess what? We're going to be doing this all game long.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The 40. The 20. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Miami. Well, there you go. They gave up the score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk about this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up a score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. Two are going to try and throw for it. And this is caught. So they get the 2 points, and now we're even at 8-8. Well, it's definitely early enough here. They didn't need to go for 2. They didn't have to go for 2, but they did. We're all tied at 8.
Is this one of those anything you can do, I can match? Because that's exactly what we got on that one. Neither one of these teams wants to give any ground, do they?
So 8-8 our score now as he'll send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Arizona.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
Well, let's be honest. A lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
to end. The Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Tua on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover.
It's that hate, boy. Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we eat.
Of the NFL has us at newly named State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Arizona Cardinals. Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening. Will start at the 25. Here we go. Right to the air is Burrow. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And even 20 yards and a 1st down on the game's very first play.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Another first down there as this one goes for 25. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and he'll be brought down at the 27. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
On third down, Burrow rolling to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cards are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 2nd and 10, Murray throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Murray. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. Maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Mixon with a first down carry. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They're passing here. Joe Burrow being chased out left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Dumps it off to Mixon. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bengals use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Jamar Chase, 38 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
14, Cardinals, nothing.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Murray's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. First carry for James Conner. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. A gain of a yard.
They stay on the ground. Here's Conner again. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. They're going for it. It's Murray. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back.
They gotta go.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. He'll get this out to his running back, Pirine. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
11.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow to Mixon on the check down. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
11.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 45-yard line. And Burrow going to throw again. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
40 yards on the ground for him so far.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Slant pass to Boyd. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And that's caught one more time by Boyd.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
Here we go.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Burrow.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase
With his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Bengals take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 21-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray.
Sliding out of the pocket. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. That's complete once again to Hopkins. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Play action. Now it's Murray. Steps away. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 14.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a touchdown.
Kyler Murray with a touchdown throw to DeAndre Hopkins. And the Cardinals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Cliff Kingsbury going to decide here to leave the offense out and go for 2.
One of the tight ends comes in motion.
It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own
heading to the locker room. First down. Here's Burrow. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they get more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Throwing again on second down. Burrow. He's got a man. Complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing now, Burrow on first down, escaping the pressure right. Touchdown Bengals! Jamar Chase on a touchdown throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. A final shot before half for Murray. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Now a throw from outside the pocket, complete out left. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
That's good.
On play action, it's Murray. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Eli Apple. And the Bengals will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Burrow on play action. Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to get it back here just past the 35. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. Third quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Now Murray. Out route, and it's complete to Brown.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They run behind center with Connor. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Cardinals first down.
Throwing on first down is Murray. It's complete to Hopkins.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Yards on the play. That's good for the Cardinals.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Trey McBride,
40 yards.
and the Cardinals are able to cut into that deficit. Cliff Kingsbury going to decide here to leave the offense out and go for 2.
They'll look to throw. It's complete, and he is going to get in there for the 2 points to make this a 12-point game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet. But they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Burrow throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
The LSU connection. Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode.
There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. It seemed like they may be giving up momentum, but not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite.
And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Marco Wilson. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
Marquise Brown on the return. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And the Bengals are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
From midfield now, Burrow forced out to his left. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Dancing to his left. He'll fire this complete to Hurst down the field. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
Gun. Stop.
Burrow looking to pass. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Kamu Krujay-Hill getting in there and taking him down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, 27 yards. And the Bengals will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Cardinals 16. McPherson to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Play fake. Murray rolling to his right. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know,
and now here's another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA.
Ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow buying time to his left. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
Ready?
And this offense on third down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Burrow. This goes out wide from Nixon. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
That's complete to McBride.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals